Deja vu may be a symptom with many possible causes. A lot of the popular theories about what causes it involve a disconnect that may be occurring between the deep structures of the brain that process our experiences unconsciously and the parts of the brain that are conscious of what we experience, process it, and then tell us what we're seeing. For the sake of simplicity, let's begin with the visual system. Now, the brain sits in your head like this, and your eyeballs are over here seeing things, sending that signal to the back of the brain, the occipital lobe, where visual cortex is. That's where the image is processed and we become aware of what we're seeing. But visual cortex isn't the first stop that information makes. Instead, we know that it stops in lots of other places. For instance, the amygdala, where it may be processed at an involuntary emotional level. And this fun little part right here, number 31, the tectum. It's involved in preliminary visual processing and helps control eye movements. Now that fact is incredibly important because what it means is that people with blindness caused by brain damage to the visual cortex cannot see anything. They don't report seeing or recognizing anything. However, the other preliminary parts of the brain that get that message are still healthy, and so, despite being legally blind, these people exhibit what is known as blind sight. They can defy all odds and avoid an obstacle course on the ground. They can also be presented faces showing joy or anxiety and fear, and feel, without knowing why at all on earth they feel that way, a similar emotion. So a lot is going on when we look at things, and if those preliminary structures in the vision system allow certain blind people to be oddly and unconsciously aware of what they're looking at, we may have the ingredients we need for this disconnect. Think of it this way. If I experience event A and then B and then C, and the inner parts of my brain commit it to memory and generate an emotional response, but then a fraction of a second later, out of sync, my visual cortex finally gets around to telling me, the conscious aware part of my brain, what I'm seeing, it'll say, okay guys, we're looking at A and then B, and the brain says, whoa, wait, and then C, right? I mean, that's already happened, I thought. And that may be deja vu.